The second one that we need to learn is the if-else statement. What makes this different from the if statement is the inclusion of else. So with the if-else statement, you see that the if-else inside here, if the condition is true, it will run the code inside the if statement over here. But if the condition is false, then it will run the code inside the else statement over here. So it has two different branches to show inside the coding. Why don't we put the the else statement outside of if over here, because we want to keep it clean and return to 0 if the statement is false. That is why we need to put the else statement inside the coding. So here is the decision making, the flowchart of if-else statement. It is quite similar to the one above without the else statement, but by having else statement, the code inside the true statement over here, the true condition, will skip this code inside the else body, while this one goes into the code after the if statement. That is the difference between the if statement and the if-else statement. We don't want it to execute this if the condition is true. We only want to have this code executed if the condition is false. So these true are different because it will skip the code inside the false body if the condition is true, but if the condition is false, it will skip the code inside the true body. That is why this arrow shows a different path. So this is the example for the true statement and the false statement, where we set the the test is equal to 5, which shows that 5 is less than 10. If the condition is true, it will go through this statement, the statement inside the if only, and it will skip the else statement entirely. But if the expression is false, which is 5 is more than 10, it is a false statement, it will skip the coding inside the if body and goes to the else body and execute any code inside here, not over here. Alright, here we see exercise number 4. There are two different exercises which follows the example for exercise 1 and 2 just now. In addition with the else statement over here. It is the same where a is equal to 15 for both of these, with the difference of a is less than 10 and a is more than 10 and a is less than 10 over here. So for the first one, we see that a is more than 10, which is a true statement, and it will print f a is greater than 10 and skip entirely the else statement and goes to return 0. It shows here a is greater than 10. It will not show the printf for a is less than 10. But here we see integer a is equal to 15. If a is less than 10, it will show a is greater than 10. But this is a false statement. So it will go to the else statement, which is a is less than 10, and here is the output, a is less than 10. It is a false statement over here.